Hey friends, welcome to Sassy AF TV, Season 2, Episode 20, the one about limiting beliefs. I recently started a new segment on Facebook and Instagram Live called Mindset Monday. These are weekly mini trainings to help you create an empowered and sassy mindset that serves you in your in-demand life. And in case you missed it on the socials, I decided to also share it on the pod. This week's topic is limiting beliefs. What are they anyway? Why do I have them and how the hell do I get rid of them? As a sneak peek, know that they show up to protect you. Thank you, limiting beliefs, but you don't need to hold on to them. Let's dive into this week's episode so you can start dismantling the beliefs that are holding you back from living your best life. Here we go. Talk Mindset Mondays is not aimed at women only. This is aimed at people, humans, whatever gender category you fall into. So you are all welcome here. And my intention is to, like I said, help give you tools, guidance, support, leadership when it comes to mindset. How do we deal with this crazy beast in here, right? I want to answer your questions. So as you have them, feel free to throw them out at me. I love it. I love seeing the hearts. Hi guys, welcome. I'm so glad you guys are here. And today's topic is limiting beliefs. So you might be thinking, well, what the hell? That sounds boring F. If I curse, is that a problem? Hopefully not. That's also kind of my thing. That's like being sassy is like, as fuck. Yeah. Okay. Hopefully Facebook doesn't kick me off. Limiting beliefs. Okay. Yes. The topic in and of itself doesn't sound that exciting, but here's the thing. We all have noise in our head. I also talk a lot with my hands. I'm not even Italian, but it's just how it works. Anyway, we all have stories. We all have narratives that we've been told throughout life. We all have ideas in our head, or sometimes we have noise, things that tell us you're just not good enough. You can't do this. That is not for you. But who's to say that these things are reality? I'm going to help you dismiss those limiting beliefs because I don't want them to get in the way of creating the life of your dreams, the life that makes you feel good and fulfilled and purposeful and passionate every single freaking day. Because that sounds pretty good, right? I mean, for me, it sounds pretty damn good. When I was living the opposite way, then that didn't sound pretty damn good. And by the way, I'm not getting into my story today, but if you're interested, I have lots of time. We could certainly talk about that another time. And I have videos. If you want to check out my YouTube channel, the number one video on there, right at the top, is my story. So go ahead and watch that. YouTube. Just look up Sassy Healthy Fit. It'll come up on there. I can't remember the exact URL, but I know it's under Sassy Healthy Fit, the home of Sassy AF TV. You'll love it. Okay. Limiting beliefs. So how do you recognize if you have limiting beliefs? That's number one. You got to recognize them. How do you know if you have them? Maybe you've heard this term thrown around. Limiting beliefs. What does it mean? I don't know. So limiting beliefs are any time that you hear words in your head that are telling you you're not good enough, you can't do something, negativity, negative. Any of those things, those are limiting beliefs. So we want to say goodbye. Bye-bye. Peace. See you later. We don't want you anymore. There's a reason that they're there, right? There's a reason that the limiting beliefs show up. They show up for oftentimes to protect you. They show up to protect you from getting hurt, from having too much stress in your life, from putting yourself in a situation where you're uncomfortable. And God forbid we're uncomfortable, because if we're uncomfortable, then what? We have fear. We have uncertainty. We get nervous. We get stress. We have stress, right? Okay, but we can deal with all these things. That's the thing. We can deal with all of these things. But you have to make the conscious choice. Are you going to let those limiting beliefs get in your way? And are you going to let those limiting beliefs rule your thought process, your mindset, what you want to do in your life? Or are you going to take control and say, no, I am in charge here. I am going to make the call about how I live my life and what makes me feel good. So where do these limiting beliefs come from? A lot of times we're told things very innocuously throughout our childhood. There's cultural stories that we're told. There are stories that you're told from your parents. There's stories that you're told from your friends. Maybe you in art class growing up, you weren't the best artist and somebody said, oh, you're never going to be an artist, but it's on your heart. You really want to be an artist. Well, you really want to be an artist, then you can go ahead and be an artist. But you need to get rid of that old mindset that, no, I can't be an artist, because that is a limiting belief that's going to get in your way of your progress as you try to move forward through this momentum and through this action step that you want to take. Because if you let your thoughts get in the way of your progress, you're not going to be able to do it. There's a big connection between action and thought, right? So when you feel held back because of these limiting beliefs and because this noise and this conversation and these words that are in your head, you have to decide, am I really going to let these words, these limiting beliefs, am I going to let them get in the way of doing what I want to do? I don't know. That's your choice. And you have a choice. So I want to remind you right now, you have a choice every single day of whether or not you listen to that external noise and those stories that you have been told. And I believe that you do have a choice to say, fuck you, limiting beliefs. I don't want you anymore. I don't want to believe those stories I've been told, right? I'll give you an example. One of the limiting beliefs that I had for a long time was that my size of my body defined how much self-worth I had. And it defined who I was, how people liked me, how accepted I was. And I really thought that if I was like this perfectly shaped, skinny, supermodel, blonde beach. Remember, I live in Santa Barbara, so I'm near the beach all the time, right? So you can picture these like perfect bikini model type women. That's like the story in my head. And I'm like, if I don't look like that girl, then no one's going to like me. No one's going to want to be my friend. No one's going to want to have sex with me. No one's going to want to marry me. Like, I really believed this. I did. So it wasn't true. I mean, really, like, my self-worth has nothing to do with my external body. And I love my body and I'm super happy with how I look. And it's perfect for me. But it took me a really long time to get over this concept in my head that I'm defined by what I look like. Now, yeah, are there a lot of stories in society about what women look like and if they're supposed to have a certain look, a certain body type, a certain body shape, etc.? Yes. Do I need to buy into that? No, absolutely not. Does that mean that I have to like give up all beauty treatments and, looking fashionable and putting on makeup? No, I have makeup on. Makes me feel good. That's why I put makeup on. Has nothing to do with my self-worth, or am I putting it on because you think it makes me more worthy or better? No, I put it on for me. But the point is, if I keep listening to those stories, then I'd never be able to push past and be successful and do the things that I want to do. Here's another limiting belief. I've had a limiting belief that I am not able to, create an abundance in income and financial wealth. So that's a really challenging one. And I know a lot of people have limiting beliefs around money. Yeah. You guys, if anyone has some limiting beliefs around money, I'd love to hear it. Let's have some hands raised, some likes or hearts or something. This is a really common one. So if you have a limiting belief that you can't make a certain amount of money, like you only have a limit to what you can achieve, actually, then you're never going to break that ceiling. That's where you're going to live. So you have to tell yourself, you have to live in an abundance mindset. I have an abundance of wealth. I have an abundance of everything that I need. I tell myself this every day. I write it down in my journal. I have an abundance of health, wealth, and energy. I write that down every single day. And you know why? Because I'm changing my mindset. I'm changing that limiting belief that I am not worthy of having the health, the wealth, and the energy, right? So I'm changing that by saying I have an abundance of these things. So one of the ways that you start changing your mindset and getting rid of your limiting beliefs is practicing affirmations. So that's one of my favorite ways to teach you, to guide you, to lead you to start changing your mindset. Use affirmations. How can you reframe your perspective, rewrite your own narrative and your story so that you can feel more confident? You start writing things down in the affirmative. You say them to yourself. You write them down. You have to have that connection, both the verbal and also writing. There's so many connections that are made when you take, the pen to paper is the best way to do it. If you have to type it, fine. But the best way to do it is pen to paper and literally write it down, because you're taking, the action from your brain, the thought, then you take an action, you're writing it on the paper. You look at it with your eyes. You have the visual. If you can say it out loud, even better. And using affirmations is an amazing way to start changing your limiting beliefs. If you call it hocus pocus, fine, but I challenge you to start using some affirmations every day for the next 30 to 60 days. And I tell you, you're going to come back to me and you're going to say, yeah, they do work. Because if you want to change your mindset, what did I say before? You have the choice. Look at all these likes coming up. Thank you, Facebook. I love it. All right, Instagram, you're slacking. You got to, up those likes and hearts over there. But if you want to change your mindset, then you have to change your mindset. You have to make that choice. You have to take action to get rid of those limiting beliefs. It's actually not that difficult. It's not. You just have to do it. You have to be ready. You have to be ready. And you have to, yes, I see on Instagram, I need affirmations. You have them. You have all of it. You have all the power within you. And you have to be able to realize that you have the potential within you to be any person that you want to be exactly who you want to be. You choose every single day. And you have to take action to do that. So if you want to start changing your limiting beliefs, another tactic that I highly recommend is think about who you're spending your time with. Are you still hearing stories from people that are surrounding you, that are feeding into those negative beliefs that you've been hearing all your life? If you are, you need to change that up. You need to change that up. I'm not telling you to ditch everybody in your life that tells you negative things all the time or on occasion, but you might want to reevaluate how much time you spend with them. Or what about the media that you're consuming? This is huge. Okay, I know we're on Facebook and Instagram right now, like the two biggest platforms other than TikTok on social media. So I recognize that you're here and the irony is not lost on me, but here's what I want to encourage you to do. Don't scroll these platforms and be subject to like random information that you don't necessarily want to know. You have the choice to control the media that you consume. And when you choose to consume good media, positive influence, then you will start to feel better and have better beliefs about yourself. And you will feel so much more healthy and productive and less stressed. And then you have more energy and you lose weight and all the good things happen. And then you have an abundance of wealth coming in because you're more productive in whatever you're doing financially and for your work. So all these things come into play. You see how that works? It's pretty cool stuff, but it comes down to you. So you have to make that choice every single day. I choose not to let my limiting beliefs get in my way. And I choose to take action to surround myself with positivity. I choose to take action to use affirmations in my life. I choose to get rid of the limiting beliefs that are holding me back from realizing my potential and being the best version of me that I can possibly be. Right? Yes. So if you're looking to make you want to start implementing some quick tips, right? We're always looking for like the magic bullet. Like, what's the thing? Tell me the thing. Okay, there's no magic bullet. And anytime that you implement any change, it's going to take time. You're going to have steps forward. You're going to have steps back. You're going to have step forward, step back. That's just how it works. Okay. But here's what I want you to know. It takes on average 66 days to create a habit. I'm going to say that again. On average, it takes 66 days to create a habit. So if you want to start creating a habit of stopping the limiting beliefs, rewriting your story, and creating a mindset of positivity, choose one activity. One, I want you to keep it simple, sustainable, and fun. It's my mantra, simple, sustainable, fun. One thing that you're going to start doing for the next 66 days and stick to it every single day. Because when you're consistent, that's when you're going to see progress and change and you're going to see the results. So maybe that one thing for you is writing down an affirmation every single day about how awesome you are. Getting rid of that limiting belief. That limiting belief is different for every person. So whatever your limiting belief is, you have to counter that with an affirmation. Maybe your one action that you're going to take is journaling every single day for a few minutes and writing down what you're grateful for in this moment and telling yourself the opposite of that limited belief. Reminding yourself how powerful you are, how much opportunity you have, how much potential you have. Maybe that one thing that you're going to do is start to get more connected with positive people that are going to reinforce these behaviors within you. Jim Rohn said, we are a product of the 5 people we spend the most time with. So think about that. Who are the 5 people? Who are the 5 influences that you are surrounding yourself with every day on a regular basis? Are they fueling you with positive, genuine, authentic, happy vibes? Or do they make you feel like shit? If they make you feel like shit, I say, see you later. Okay, easier said than done, I know. But I'm being serious right now. Like if you have those people in your life and you're spending a good amount of time with them, maybe that is your one thing, is you stop spending as much time with them and add a new person into your circle. So over the next 66 days, you add one positive influence. Sometimes that's easier. Add one versus taking out one. So that's limiting beliefs. As I asked in the training, are you going to let limiting beliefs control your life? I hope the answer is an exuberant hell no. Yes, this will take time and consistency and effort to change your narratives, but I hope this episode opened your eyes to making this possible. Thanks again for being here and tuning in for another episode of Sassy AFTV. It would mean the world to me if you would leave a comment and take a screenshot to share it with your tribe on Facebook or Instagram. Don't forget to tag me at Sassy Healthy Fit. Then make sure to head over to sassyhealthy.fit and sign up for our mailing list so you always know the latest and greatest in sassy fun. See you next time.